was crying, I thought, okay, this is going to be one hell of an intense journey, and I'm sure I'm going to have to blog about it. So I thought, why not start now? Let's give this the best version I can give you of what pain is. Immense pain, but at the same time I feel so much relief because I'm finally letting go of everything, and it's so painful to say goodbye to it, but it brings so much strength back. I can finally see that I can do it all without things I've been hanging on to. And it's so scary, and I have no idea how I'm going to fix it, but I know that I can take the steps I need to. And it's such a relief to really honestly know that. I'm broken, I'm so strong. It's so weird to feel those at the same time. Finally there. I guess I've been waiting for this moment for years, maybe my whole life, I'm sure. I'm finally doing it. I'm finally embracing the great unknown and all this courage brings me. It's like standing in the middle of the hurricane, seeing your whole life collapse, and you know I'm going to rebuild it. And I'm here. I'm in a strange, sad, and scared mood because I see my whole life tearing apart. But I know that the deepest sense of me is still safe, untouched, and strong, and untouchable. Storm the way it moves, I can surrender to it, and it will bring pain, but I feel so much trust that it will break down everything I no longer need. And that only the real things will keep existing after this. It feels so in line with that I decided to stop with the Light Millionaires project, or at least with the company I had associated it with. Now it's maybe time to let go of my boyfriend. And maybe not, but it's, I know, time to let go of my dependence on him. I'm not sure what this is going to bring me. It's a weird week of sharing videos, isn't it? So, let me get you up to date. What happened? I've been alone for a few days. I recorded my drunken sharing video. In the meantime, it's not easy being alone, although you know it's the best thing to do. Today, my boyfriend would come back again, and we hadn't had so much contact, and I already felt very unloved, and by the end of this day, I started to get quite sad about it. I didn't know if I wanted him to come, because if he would come, I would still be sad, and I would feel like he needed to fix it, and there wouldn't be space for my sadness. And if he wouldn't come, I would feel so terribly lonely and dependent, and I didn't want to be there either. So I asked him to let me know when he would come yesterday. Like yesterday I asked if he would let me know. He replied that he could come in the morning or the afternoon, whatever I liked. I said come after 4. He didn't reply, and now at I guess 4:30 he called me crying, telling that he wouldn't be coming anymore. That yesterday he found out that he had only 53 cents left on his bank account. Although, maybe a month ago, maybe a month and a half, but not so long ago, I borrowed him. I let him borrow 1,000 fucking euros. 1,000. And he's somehow managed to spend it, although he doesn't have a home. He only has like food and train costs or something, insurances, I don't know. But okay, he found out, he got completely freaked out. He felt so much pressure because he has to finish this project that he's programming for me. He felt pressure because he has to finish his job interview. He's like into his 4th or 5th conversation right now, and he still has to go 2 before it's finished. And they're quite enthusiastic about him. Yeah, you know, he's like this insecure guy, so it's still hard. He said he went to talk with his elders, with his parents, and he broke down, and he decided not to come because it felt like more space. Oh my god. Oh yeah, and that's like him calling all the time. So, this is a painful situation for itself. But it's so fucking painful because it's just the same thing that happened to my first real boyfriend and my biggest love before this one. And oh my god, fucking shadows. Like it would go like this. Having a beautiful relationship for some time, feeling like this is the total guy that I'm going to have kids with, and then there comes this point where we start to argue more, and I start to feel like I can't count on him. And I feel like he's not being honest with me, like he's not keeping promises. Oh, stop. Watch sharing video 1 if you're wondering what the issues were. And I'm in this very dependent place with both of them where I want to move in with them. And it's an issue finding a place, and I feel like I'm doing most of the work. Secretly, I'm scared they don't want to move in with me. And the first time it was actually the truth, because my boyfriend at that time was feeling so entangled, so strangled, I don't know what the word is. Like, I was about him, and he didn't have much space anymore to breathe, and that made him not want to live with me anymore, but we both didn't really know. And I was living at his parents' place, for God's sake, and there was no place for me, like there is no place for me in my own house now that my boyfriend is here so much. And I did both of those things because I thought in 1 or 2 months we would be living somewhere else with enough room, and then it starts to become half a year and more, and it gets more painful and painful, and I become more desperate. My God, this is so strangely familiar. If I didn't believe in shadows before, I would believe in it now. Oh my God. And then this moment comes. Well, with my first boyfriend, it went a little bit differently. At a certain point, I felt like it was not doable anymore, and I found out that he had had a huge lie to me, which broke my feelings, broke the relationships, broke my trust even more. And at some point I decided to find a place for myself in Groningen, the city I was studying in. And it was so scary to do that. And it felt so horrible and so lonely in the beginning. And I still had this dream that we would get together and we would just live in that place together. And now that I'm living in this house in Groningen with my current boyfriend, it felt like that dream that I had at that time that I don't even have anymore right now. I mean, not really like that. I don't need a boyfriend, but once I have one, I get attached so much, and it felt like that dream came true, and I finally found a guy who was capable of being what I need, being emotional, available, and taking care of me, but he can't take care of me. He can't even take care of himself. Okay, so back to the history. I still had the dream that we would get along fine and everything would get fixed, and I didn't know how much was broken actually. I didn't know it, and I'm so scared. It's the same thing right now. I can't do this. Okay, I can. I just decided I can, but why does it have to be this way? Why isn't it easier? Why don't I just have a boyfriend who fucking takes care of me like everyone seems to have? Okay, so I thought it would all be fine, and he would visit me every week, almost every day. At a certain point, he didn't show up. Like my boyfriend didn't show up today. With some call that shows that something is definitely wrong in this life, and apparently with our relationship. Because in both cases the call goes something like this. Hey Luz, yeah, I'm not coming today anymore because I feel bad, and this makes me realize that I need some space and I need to be on myself. I'm not going to ask for your support now that I feel bad. I'm going to be distant from you. Seriously, what else can it mean than that there's definitely something wrong in this relationship? Okay, I know that's not true for all cases, but it was in the first one, and I know there's stuff wrong in this relationship. I'm not going to close my eyes like I did in the former one. I'm not going to pretend that this is all fine and that we just have to figure stuff out and that it will be fine. There's something definitely wrong, and maybe if I go through some major transformation, and maybe if he's going to, maybe then we'll end up together, but I have to give up on it right now. Give up on it right now. It's so scary, isn't it? Okay, so back to 2015. He called. I said, I'll call you back later. And Jesus, I cried, and I felt so weird standing there in a pose that felt like strength and collapsing at the same time, like my feelings were, and so so glad that somewhere deep inside me there was this truth. And I knew it. I knew, okay, I have no idea I'm going to do this. But I have to move to Berlin alone. And maybe I'll join later, but it doesn't matter anymore. I have to do it alone. I have to find my own space. I'm not going to depend anymore on him. I should stop doing this. It's so scary, and I'm so glad that so deep in my soul I know this is the thing I have to do. And I can doubt it at the same time, but I felt it, and I know I have to follow it. And even if it's a stupid feeling that's not some universe message, I know it will be a good thing to do because it will bring me back to my strength anyway. But I also needed support. I knew I needed to not do this on my own. So I called my sister. Oh my god, I'm so fucking grateful. She exists. If there's someone who means the world to me, it's her. So after this, I'm going to take a train towards Utrecht and stay with her for 2 nights. And then we're going to Groningen together, and she will stay with her lover here. And the next day we'll do a working day together, if I'm up for it by then. It all felt like the perfect timing, you know? Because I just yesterday evening decided that those coming days will be my holiday, though I actually plan to work, and now it's like the perfect moment to visit my sister and have some time to look inside and see how I need to go from here. So I wanted to share you this first step on my journey and hope that it will help you in a moment like this where you feel so broken down. I don't know what I'm going to do. This is one hell of an adventure of going into unknown territory. But I know my first steps. And that's what you have to focus on when you're going on a journey like this. Just take the first step that comes to your mind and don't think about anything else. Just do the first doable step. And my first step was find support. And I got myself support. And I'm going to give myself all the love and nurturance, and I'm going to accept all the love and nurturance I'm going to get from my sister and maybe my mother, because my sister's going to visit my mother tomorrow, and I think I will join. Although my mother never has been. No, never. That's too hard. I mean, it's difficult for her to know in which way to support me, but I'm just going to forget about how she's going to support me. And it feels so good. I'm just going there and pick up her love and go receive it, although she will bring it to me in ways that I can never understand. I'm just going to be there with an open heart and think, okay, I'm here to receive the love my mother has for me, and I know she has it, and I'm going to stay open to all the ways she brings it to me. Oh my god, I feel so sensitive now, like every good thing I can think of will make me cry. Every kind gesture anyone ever did for anyone would make me cry right now. I love my parents so much, and I love my family so much, and I'm really not a family guy. Girl, you know, like I get the creeps from all this "oh, family forever" stuff they have in America. But right now I'm so grateful they exist and that they love me. And that they are the place I can always go back to. I think I broke a new record with long sharing videos. I'm going to give up on it, and I know I've said that 1,000 times before. So support first, and I know that I'm in Leonie's Shining Academy, and I know 2 women in there who are also living in Berlin, so I'm just going to take my vulnerable heart and send them a message explaining my situation, and that I don't want them to take care of me if it feels like an obligation, and that I really want them to be honest with me, but that if they would want to let me stay in their house for a few days so I can visit Berlin and find out how the hell I'm going to find a house in there, that they will do that. And maybe they'll say no, and then I'll wait for the next step I'm going to get. Maybe I'll just rent a hostel room or couch surf. I'm not sure, but I do know for sure that I'm going to embrace all the support I can get. Yeah. I have to do this without my boyfriend, but I don't have to do this without the world. So that's it for now. I'm going to pack my stuff, take a train, and I'll keep you posted. I wish you all the good. And if you watch this because you're in a different place as I am right now, I love you even more. I mean, I don't love you more, but I want to give that to you even more, and trust in your own strength. I know we both have it in us, and reach out for all the support that you can get. It is your strength to reach out for support, and don't seek it in a place where you will feel dependent. Like I would feel that if I right now would beg my boyfriend to come over here. I know he would. Find it in a place where you will feel your inner power if you reach out